Hello everyone, I'm Nat. In this video, I'm going to go over the basics of building on the GTA roleplay server ProdigyRP. The interface can be a bit overwhelming, so I'm here to break it down. Here's my character Trixie, and this is her basic apartment we'll be sprucing up. On this server currently, every character is given their own little space to do things with. It's a great way to practice decorating before you move on to larger spaces. The first thing you'll want to find when you enter your apartment is the tablet usually mounted on the wall. Press and hold the left Alt key to see the interactive nodes and select the node over the tablet to open it. If you are unable to find this tablet, you will be able to find one later for free in the build menu, so don't worry about it. The tablet menu will display various stats about your character's home. Let's ignore all that and navigate to the top left and find the settings tab. On the screen, we can see a number of colors to pick from. By selecting these colors, we will see the walls of our apartment change. This menu will change the color of all walls that you have linked, so it's important to remember how to get here. Since we will be decorating this apartment for Trixie, let's go ahead and select pink as the wall base. It's her favorite color after all. We will now navigate to the build menu. To access the build menu, press F1 and select the bubble that says Start Furnishing. You will now control a camera that is separate from your character. This camera can be difficult to use at first. While in free cam mode, you can move your mouse and it will move the whole screen. Pressing the spacebar will lock or unlock the camera in place. When free cam is locked in place, you can move the mouse without the screen moving, allowing you to interact with menus more easily. You will need to unlock and lock the free cam quite frequently, so it's important to practice this and get the hang of using this camera effectively. The camera will not move from its position unless you press WASD, so don't get panicked if you unlocked your camera. You can easily readjust and relock it. For obvious reasons, do not abuse the camera for metagaming purposes or attempt to use it in a way that is inappropriate. You'll be exited out of the furniture mode if you pull the camera too far away from your character. Try to keep the camera close by the character as you build. If you are decorating a larger home, you will need to move your character around as you build. Now that we understand the camera a little better, let's open up the shopping tab. It is located at the bottom of the screen in the middle. We can see a whole list of fun building categories. In this video, we'll be setting up a small lobby area for Trixie's apartment, so we will be focusing on this corner. Let's first buy a pod light to light up our work area and help us keep focused on where we're building. It is also a good idea to have a light source around because some objects will not look correct without a light source present. Navigate over to the lights category and find something we like. We can now see we have some subcategories to pick from. We are going to look for a ceiling light. As we look over the choices, I think I'm going to go with this one right here. Now that we have an object to work with, we can see the arrows that will help us move the object around. First, we're going to have to adjust our camera a little bit though. With a better angle, we can now grab the different colored arrows and manipulate the object freely. The blue arrows move the object vertically, while the red and the green pull the object horizontally. To be able to rotate the object, press R or click down at the bottom on the fourth tab. Pressing W will cancel out of rotating the object, or you can alternatively click the button at the bottom again. When you rotate, you cannot undo it, so be mindful of which colored lines you are grabbing so you don't mess up the object you are currently trying to manipulate. If you mess up and need to reset the object, just cancel and rebuy it. You can also store and place down objects from your inventory to reset its alignment. I'm going to place a light down from my inventory. When placing down an object from your inventory, it is important that the object is in your main inventory, not stored in anything like a backpack. Ensure you move the object into your main inventory and then use it, or you will not be able to place it. Let's now place this light in the general area we will be working. Please remember to have some patience with yourself while learning and don't get too frustrated with the process. With our light in place, let's click down in the bottom right to place it and save it. You will need to remember to save an object in place anytime you select it. If you don't, it will be eaten by the ether. To find eaten objects or just a master list of all placed objects, you can click the second tab at the bottom to find a full menu of all placed objects. Here you can move them or store them into your inventory. Remember to always click place to save the object in place. Now that we have a light all set up, let's return to the shopping tab. We will be navigating to the wall category next. We want to make a new wall to section off some of the apartment and define our lobby. Navigate to the Buildables category, then the subcategories Walls, then find the largest wall to place down. Before we do anything too fun with this object, let's first snap the object to the ground. This will bring the object level with the ground. We can do this by clicking the last tab with the magnet. When you click this button, it will snap the object flush with the ground, which is great for laying down flooring. I do not suggest keeping the object snapped to the ground. We will just snap it, then deselect the tab, allowing us to use full freedom of movement of the object now that it is level with the ground. A way I found to align objects best and consistently is to use the outside walls as a guide. Let's move our wall piece over to the main wall of the apartment. Pressing R, we will access the ability to rotate the object and attempt to line it up flush with the pink wall. This will ensure the new wall is straight coming out of the wall. Now that we have our first wall down, let's do some future planning of the space. Even though we will only be touching on the lobby, it is important to plan ahead. Trixie wanted this apartment for a reason. It had a massive soaker tub in the washroom. We will be putting the washroom on the other side of this wall. Since we know we want a tub in this space, let's place that down so we can correctly have our walls line up. While we line up this tub in the corner, let's pay attention to the things we can use to help us align it. It is too hard to see the edge of the tub, so instead I'm going to use this inner line to line up with the wall. Sometimes you have to get creative when finding ways to line up your objects. Let's take a moment to talk about wall color. Each wall object you place will allow you to individually change its color. I personally often change the wall color to see easier for lining things up. Make sure to change the color to what you really want before final placement. Inherit wall color will adopt whatever color the wall you have selected in the tablet settings. If you select a solid color, the wall will remain that color even if you change the wall color in the tablet settings. Setting a wall color to something solid is a great way to make an accent wall. If you didn't have the right wall color selected and ended up placing your wall down and want to change it, don't worry. You can select the object and change its color before you exit the build menu. If you exited the build menu, there is an alternative. Select the object, click the fourth tab at the bottom. Here you will see you can copy its position. Pasting this position will place the object exactly where the object was. Now when you store the object, you won't lose its position. Once stored, you can place it back down from your inventory. Using the position menu, paste the copied position in, and voila! You can now edit the wall color and haven't lost your progress. This is also useful for placing down new walls for easy alignment. You now know the basics of building, and I hope you can see how easy it is to start your decorating adventures. It will take a little bit of practice, but I believe in you all. I'm going to go ahead and finish off this space using everything just learned and show you what I've come up with. With all that finished, this is the lobby we have created for Trixie. Even I had some issues, but let's forgive ourselves and have some patience. I hope this video helps you decorate your space with better ease. Don't forget to share your creations with the community. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and immerse into another reality. Find my roleplay character blogs, social links, and everything else in the description box. Like and subscribe!